I listened to the song recently. I know Ella has heard your recording of it. I haven't had a chance to listen to it with her, but I did listen to it with Bernadelle.
Hmm.
And she really enjoyed that your interpretation of it was a completely different setting than what she was used to hearing in folk settings or rock settings or even in jazz settings. And I think she just loved that you were able to hear it and give it a whole different kind of color that came out through it. I love that you have freedom with it when you're performing. I love that you not only have you recorded it, but you're performing it live and in your programs. The fact that you're reinterpreting it every time is like right up Ella's alley.
Mm-hmm.
She has never done anything the same way twice.
A big theme of Ella is friendship through music. And, I feel it in her music. You can hear it in her voice when she's setting up a song with kids, when that happens to be on the recording. And I saw it in interviews. There's one interview where she actually says by the end, like, now we're friends. That seems to just radiate through everyone that is around her. And I just want to thank you both for being so friendly and generous. When we were working on the song, we somehow ended up getting connected with you, Tim, and we were going back and forth, and you're very encouraging. And then, Gayle, you're super generous with your time as well. And so I think Ella would be happy that she's still making friendships weaving little friendships with people. And I think that's at the heart of her music making.
I think that's a lovely way to put it. It's so exciting when people find her music and they can take it out of the context of or thinking of it solely as music for kids or little kids. And there's something so sadly dismissive about the way people think about music for children or music that's being shared with children or how music is being shared with children. And it's something that Ella, certainly understands intrinsically. But it's so exciting when people like yourselves find Ella's music and say, ooh, there's something very rich here. And we want to take it and run with it and play with it and share this to the world, because that's exactly what drew Ella to share the songs and write the songs that she recorded and shared during her performing career. So it's so wonderful to see that continuity and to see people rediscover just the richness and the depth of her work and her catalog.
One of the things that I ended up finding really important in terms of presenting the whole story of her life was that this goes back to what we were saying earlier about friendship through music. Ella's not ideological, and she has been a political activist, but I think in her music, particularly for her music for children, although it's not political, there's a profoundly activist piece of it, or a piece that comes out of her lifelong commitment to civil rights and other social justice movements. So the idea of friendship is not, I think, in the context of her life as a child of the Depression, as a child of the civil rights movement. Her life was incredibly formed by that movement. That friendship has a politicized vibration to it. It's not superficial. What she thinks about as friendship is an actual, can we see each other? I think she came at it with a kind of profound sense of how do you translate civil rights principles for children? Well, you're not telling them about, voting, you're not talking to them about legislation, but you're inculcating habits of being in community with people who are different and being okay with that. All of the music, hearing each other, listening to each other, those were expressions for her of kind of deeply felt principles for living to make the world better. So not just entertaining children, but giving them tools through the content of the music and actually the form of the music, call and response too, always about community, always about having to fit your rhythms with the rhythms of the other person. Otherwise, you just make noise. But if we listen to each other, we can make music.
Thank you so much. This is wonderful. And I think it's nice having this story out there. We can find it in printed word and short interviews, but it's really nice to have such a long, detailed description of her work and her life that you brought to life for us today. And as we're starting to close out the show, I just wanted to do a little update and plug for where you are, when we might have a chance to watch and read. So, Tim, I believe your film is in post-production, but anything you want to say on that?
That's right. The project's in post-production. I'm working on partnerships to help get it finished, but that's a fancy way of saying funding. I've spent years working closely with, as Gayle has, closely with Ella and Bernadelle, and it's just been an incredible experience, and it's been an incredible privilege to get to know Ella and to work with her and to be entrusted with helping to share her work and her legacy, and to get to know Gayle and to work side by side with us.
And Gayle, will you tell us a little bit about the biography?
Sure. It's going to come out with University of Chicago Press, I hope in early 2025, so just over a year from now. The working title of the manuscript right now is This is Rhythm, and the subtitle is Ella Jenkins, Children's Music and the Long Civil Rights Movement.
You were both so wonderful. I really can't thank you enough for your contribution to this.
Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.